Checking in from Mobile, Alabama at the Senior Bowl. Yeah, it's a big week. The draft starts in Mobile, so here we go.
Yeah, it's a good slogan, but, we start on, this year's draft last spring. We're constantly looking at, who the top players are going to be. The area scouts do a great job of identifying those players. This has typically been the, call it, highest caliber senior rated players that they can get in this game. Now, the interesting thing about this year is they've opened it up to some underclassmen. This is the first year that the NFL has kind of opened that up. So we meet in the morning, we talked about, we have 11 scouts here. We divvied up each position for scouts to focus on. So you got safeties, you got corners, you got interior offensive linemen, tackles, however we divvy it up. And then we go to practice.
As scouts, and we've all seen different players, we've all seen some of the same players, just getting to talk about them, get an opportunity to see them in this setting, going against good competition in a competitive environment, and getting to see them for multiple days throughout the week.
Yeah. This is the first year too with underclassmen, so there's a good group of underclassmen here, so it's even better, good on good, what we call it, one-on-one competitive situations.
These are some of the best players in the country this year. We get to see them compete against each other. Probably one of the few settings left where they'll actually wear pads and we can evaluate them moving as they will on games. So yeah, definitely a big part of the process for us. There's two pieces to it. There's the practice setting where we get to see the guys compete against each other. There's one-on-ones, there's 7-on-7. They may be playing different positions than they played in their teams. Tackles playing guards playing centers. So we get to see that, and then the end of the piece, the end of the day, we get a ton of interview time with the guys. That's the first time we get face-to-face with them and really get to know them closer than the information we gather from the schools. The great thing about this is being together and being able to be in a group constantly and talk through the process. How did, this position group look today? How did this guy interview?
Let's do the risers at each position, and we will focus on, like we did at the end of the week for the East-West, your top 1 to 2.
Maybe aren't quite what you want, but he's physical, he's really good with his hands, he's good at press, just like the aggressiveness, assertiveness that he plays with. So I like the job that he's done.
He's just been steady the past couple of days. Keeps himself in good position, not a lot of flash plays, but I haven't seen him get beat much at all.
A lot of stiffness throughout, but much better in the team periods than one-on-ones, the space stuff.
He's been the most consistent, smooth athlete, this size, this length, getting open. I thought he's been the best, caught the ball well, showed up in 7-on-7 a lot today.
He's a clear-cut number one. Both teams still put two practices together yesterday and today.
We're always looking at the skill set and evaluating what kind of scheme a player will fit best in. So while we might not exactly know what the scheme is going to look like, we're trying to identify the players that'll fit in each different scheme. It's more just identifying good players and finding players in the right buckets and values within their skill sets and how they fit for our team. This is just another part of the process. So we got a long way to go here in this process. Get to see these guys at the combine, get to see them at pro day, and then, narrow down our focus to 30 visits.